Speaking for peace. Heart sessions, heart's peace, heart speaking for peace. They say peace is quiet, but we know it speaks out loudly. We're speaking for peace, through them broken hearts, them battles fought, through them storms and them clouds. When the world divides, our hearts are reunited as one. We're speaking for peace. Inside of that unity, we bring up in that kind of fight for a better life into the light. From the ashes we rise like a phoenix in the skies. Break that night, build from that pain, steady grind. Every single tear they planted up in that seeds, put it in the feeds of the whole show for you on repeat. Steadily changing that war zone. War's the answer. War is on now. So we're flipping that script, cause love's been weaponized. Them steadily scales going in all tipped. From the ghettos to the hills, we're calling it out. Worldwide, tear it out, darn an hour. Parting it down and out. Show it the ground, silence it no doubt. No more chains, stopping that kind of hate. No more lies, lost in its disguise. Peace in its anthem will rise to the skies. Speaking for peace. Release. We'll break them chains twice, thrice. Speaking for peace. Release. You know when you just feel like you can't go on, you can't cope. Everything in your body says to move, but your body's like, nope. Nope. We're speaking for peace, breaking them chains. When the bodies say nope, we find a new hope, new ways to cope. Through the fires and rains and strains, going through all the pains, deranged. Them hearts speak, them hearts out loud, living our love's life down and out. Been united with that deep hope, speaking within resilience. The Spirit of the Lord move. We're speaking for peace, shining right through the dead of the night. Hands bruised, hearts torn, we're still holding on right. We're speaking for peace, we're igniting in that fight. With the fists held up high, with our faith held up high. Not with the rays, but with the truth. Breaking up cycles of hate, leaving steadily seeds out here for the youth. The couth, every voice that matters, that shakes, even at the silence that plays. A part stitched up inside of the world with them threads of our hearts, art that can't silence them parts. The power that the unity makes a move. We're speaking with chains, breaking that new avenue for speaking of peace. Drumming up these broken chains, no release. Where the noise fades down in the dawn, you'll hear their call up in your heart's peace. Speaking for peace to be released, a love for all in the darkest of nights. We'll find that way, speaking of our hearts out loudly, for a brighter new day. Speaking for peace, release and break those chains, turn them to hope. Taking that pain, throw it in the fire. Let our hearts speak out loudly, dance in the rain, in the rain. We're speaking for peace when the world's torn down to shreds. In a state-of-the-art type of crime, where they left me for dead. Without release, no cap, no escape, no way back to the original me. Too many pieces of my life gone, stolen unseen. In the dawn, fading in that fold, die slow from the chemical attacks that planned to them stages being set in a poisoned up mass design, being asphyxiated at the cellular level. And I'm still here standing up tall in the bevel, standing up and playing it up in their own hand. They kept kind of sexual deviant madness, kind of sexual affair offends me, G. Gets off creating the hell of my life, see. This kind of autonomy is mine, my data is mine, my home, my choice is to be sacred inside of my own life. And headspace is mine, but they move around the goalposts and plot behind them closed doors and call it a friendship. Nah, this is a state-of-the-art war zone that's being made at the heart's core. Real truth and purpose, truth be told, if they loved you, they'd never have betrayed you that kind of way. You wouldn't see the stage being games instead of they played over the hearts in decay. Instead, turn cold, steadily and covert, calculating their next plays. In the shadows as they move, as they're destroying your days. Set up my son, they set up my friend, they set up for life to file up to be dead, dead in the end. Moving every single thing around in my life, moving goalposts by design to break me out of my mind, to bend me a ball up out of my own home so they can fuck in the madness. Ties and syndicates and the bloodline soaked in tyranny reigns, and I'm the warrior rising. Done with their games, we pause in their spit. We're speaking for peace, bringing the chains, turning the hearts to hope. The fires deranged, and that soul's been drenched up in our hearts as sparks. The heart speaks to be out loud, living out the best days of our lives yet. They come in to test us, to file the DA, the divide, leave you lost on yourselves, looped up in pain, going worldwide now, lost in convenience, no ordinary hate. on peace and unity is quite simple, really. It's just been a long-standing offense in my life where I haven't gotten much. The steps of betrayal is hard to put into words and into scope of what's happened to me, but it's deeper than anything I could just discover on my own, I believe. It goes deeper than what I've discovered is what I mean. I can't comprehend how an investigation hasn't been started with everything that's been reported, from the theft, the stalking, the harassment, the invasion of my home, and even the attempt to murder me covertly. This man has left a trail of destruction in my life, yet he walks free, as if the system protects him, while my life crumbles and goes into the shambles. My finances are in ruins, my mental health is shattered, and it feels like the very soul of me has been cinched off, like them trying to erase me has erased me, the actual me, the original me, the organic me. It's not just about the heartbreak, it's a calculated war against my own humanity, my ability to it. They've set the stage of every part of my downfall, sabotaging my stability, pushing me into the chaos, and then trying to even convince me that I'm the problem. And then we have a system that silences those who are trying to speak out about such things as parasites and other things, crushing in the silence. When I thought out that I could seek out medical attention, I was dismissed. My concerns weren't valid, as if I didn't really matter. And then COVID hit, and it became even easier to ignore people like me who were trying to speak out about things that were happening to us. It felt like a perfect storm to silence the voices of those suffering the most, already marginalized and gaslit into oblivion. And that's just what breaks my heart the most, is just, they wanted me gone. People I loved waxed out of existence, just to avoid having to confront the mess that they've created. Their own affairs. It's terrifying to think that someone could systematically strip away every part of your life and yet somehow be protected while doing it. It was a war on me. I couldn't even explain the kind of grief of watching my own life being stolen away from me, ripped away from me before my own very own eyes, and yet I was being made seriously unstable with the poisonings, the very calculated, set up attacks. Not just the material losses in my sense of self, but my ability to feel alive and whole again has been stripped. It's like they've staked claims on my very own existence, robbing me of all of the time, all of the essence and energy that I'll never get back. The opportunities that I know myself that need to heal, it's hard to take, hard to have the time for. This is the same pattern that left me homeless before, and it's a deliberate and calculated sabotage attack designed to leave me with nothing. No job, no home, no hope, no one. Until you're so broken that they hope that you'll just take yourself out of the equation. It's sad. They create a problem that they just hope will go mess itself up. It's soul crushing in a way that's almost impossible to explain to anyone who hasn't lived it, who hasn't had to. What's even harder to realize is how widespread this problem is. People don't want to believe that they carry demons, carry evil, but yet they work right in it just fine. They need for the heart work, or the responsibility to have character building for the sake of our own humanity, if not for their own. Instead, the world seems full of selfishness, short-sighted people chasing immediate gratification and ignoring the long-term consequences, the tertiary consequences, and so on and so forth of their actions. It's as if the society has become overrun by grown-ass adults acting like Bam Bam, holding the baseball bat, smashing everything true and sacred and holy because they want to. And for those of us who try to live with integrity, it feels like we're constantly under attack. Our own peace, our own joy, our own very essence is wrecked by a system that rewards the greedy and the corrupt and these state-of-the-art crimes. So I refuse to let this man or anyone like this man win. I won't let him covertly hack me, gang-stalk me, strip away the pieces of my life, to strip away my actual life, steal up what I've worked so very hard to get away from, and not knowing that it was coming from him the entire time. My story matters. My life matters. And no matter how much that they try to silence me, I'll keep fighting for the justice and peace that every human being deserves. I can't believe what I'm seeing out here. Hearts turned into stone, minds clouded with greed, love traded like it's nothing, sold for lust, for lies, for power. And you wonder why this world feels so broken. But here's the truth. Some people will never change. You could pour your whole heart and soul into them, pray for them, fight for them, and all you'll get back is more withdrawal and silence. They're too far gone, chained by their own pride, blinded by their own reflection. It hurts, it cuts deep, but you've got to let them go, because this fight isn't about saving everyone, it's about finding the ones who still have yet a spark, the ones who feel the weight of the world and refuse to be crushed by it, the real ones who are ready to heal, ready to rise, to be the warriors that this world so desperately needs. This Heartwork Warrior movement is not for the faint-of-hearted. It's messy, it's painful, but it's raw and real. It's about doing the hard work on yourself first, because how can you heal the world if your soul is still bleeding? Look around you. Lust is everywhere, pulling us apart when love was meant to be bringing us together, sharing that kind of camaraderie. Greed has poisoned our rivers. Greed has poisoned our homes. The greed has poisoned our hearts. And narcissism, it's the silent and deadly killer, that sociopathic, the malignant type, the malicious. You face malevolence. It's rooted with so much pain, so much betrayal. We're living in a world where there are too many chasing their own reflections, forgetting to chase the face of God. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to stay this way. Peace isn't just some distant dream. It's a choice. It's a battle that you have to fight every single day with your own choice of words, actions, and not just your love, but how you love. Some people might mock you. They'll call you soft for speaking peace. But what's soft about that? Facing the world's darkness head on, somehow soft. Facing all of these madnesses and all of these evils going on in the world is somehow soft. What's soft about standing tall when that storm hits? What's soft about healing hearts and trying to build up bridges between people, not walls, like our vision? We're asking for likes, for shares. We're not out here for the clout. We want to change the world. We're asking for change. For you to look into the mirror and ask yourself, am I a part of the problem, or can I do something to be a part of the solution? Because make no mistake, this is a war. The war zone is in the battlefield of your mind, and this war is not fought with fists and guns, but with truth and with love and with light. And the battlefield is in your heart. The battlefield is in your health. The battlefield is in your families. The battlefield is in your communities. So what's it gonna be? Are you going to stay chained to the lies, the lust, the greed of the flesh? Or are you going to rise up and do some real channeling work and be the peace that this world so needs? This is what heart work is all about. The real love, the real change, and the real warriors that can be set up within you. Asphyxiation of truth. This is a game over you. It's a warfare, not with guns, but with love and truth in your battlefield here, in your heart and your mind. Let's get it. These devils in the details, plotting up in the soul, weaponized up inside of that love spray. Your home, drugs in your veins, dishonor the kind of chains, parasites feeding on the joys in the veins, disease in your plant, and so your abuse in your roots, plants your core and whisperings in your mind. You can't take it anymore, you can't take it anymore, but listen, this isn't just the end, it's a part of that rise. Channel with the healer inside. Let the warrior aloud rise. Dust in the wind settles the blinds. Lost in sight, the chaos in the mind. And in the eyesight, bring it to light. No more puppets on the strings, invisible strings being pulled back to the light. trying to channel that work. Well, they got their blinds up in your sight, chaos in your mind, bringing that dark to light. No more puppets on the strings, being pulled by these invisible strings. We cut them ties, them relying. Inside of them reclaims our wings. Inside of the battlefield, the war is on. We rise like a phoenix out of the ashes. Hearts up in these trenches, in these drenched up ways. Wounds that we feel, we rise, we fight, we heal, we build. Come what may, as our design's tight, like a bridge between hearts realigned with that love. Jesus Christ is our weapon, and the Lord is our shield. The battlefield is on. Yeah, this war is real. This war is real. We're on that battlefield. It's a real filibuster. A real one. They push you to the brink. A real one to shatter up your soul. You can't even think. A real one to feed you up lies all the time, trying to take you up all out of your mind. A real one's disease that parasites and infested your whole youth. Ever since that kind of truth came inside of your life, you've been transmutated like a war crime, being played over your whole design, your whole faith being misaligned, your love life being put to the tests, left and right by hackers designed just to plan. You thinking they're gods now, they're just man. They're just the devils in duress, bringing up them kind of spineless shit, leaving others in that kind of mess of duress. These devils of duress wanna stand us up tall, phoenix in the fire, rooted from the divine. They're not going crazy or out of your mind. They got you feeling that way. Fine. You're awake in the storm, feeding your fire while your world conforms to the situations at hand. They stack up thick, them house of cards. Straight up dick moves, slick moves. Working when you're working to build something hard, make a move. Channeling that change and the healing avenues. Let them flow in, Lord, in our corner, coming in to the show. It's gonna end, soon. Let the soul swell, not within the crime, the stories to tell. We'll rise, fighting with grace. We'll rise to reclaim our hearts. This time we'll rise, fighting with grace, speaking for peace, building the kind of release, building that space. Evils can't thrive if the late's not been late. Inside of this heart works, baby, we're changing it. Inside the game, the battlefield's on. This is the war zone, real lit, real heart spit. Up inside of the hearts realigned, drenched up in hearts, wounded up and feeling in parts, scattered up all over the place in the kaleidoscope view, all over the place of your life. But we rise, we fight, we heal, we build inside of this love life design. The new love life is our weapon, in Jesus Christ and the Lord as our shield. This is the battlefield. The Lord is our shield and our weapon. The Lord's our shield in the battlefield. This war is real. It's surreal. This is where we rise, we heal, we channel up that truth. You know, the healer worker in you, the one that shows the heart's work is on, and the battlefield has already been won. With that love in our hearts and the power of the sun coming in our own hearts, this battle's won. Thinking about that kind of imagery they make, pushing drugs to dull up their minds, to plant that kind of duress inside of the souls and minds, so wicked and so cheaply. Coming to build both these walls, round out your heart, take on full control of that part. Disease, tension, spreading like a wildfire in the night. The Lord's on sight, cuts right through in the middle of the night. Staying on point, on fight place. Broken, lost off in the maze, turning love into hate, seeing their hearts ablaze. But we rise from the ashes, we don't play their same wickedest games. We got our hearts aligned, staying in the spirit of the Lord, proclaiming His name, seeing it steadily, readily war, being played out. Every breath is a choice to make between that life and death. We channel our powers, truth being in grace. Watch the devil crumbles and try to erase us. What's next? What's next? This is the battlefield of hearts and minds, where the souls realign. The fight begins. Rise up healers, breaking cycles of sin. Don't let them steal your joy, man. Don't let them take your peace. The battlefield is bloody, but we're fighting for that release. When the end comes, it ends so well. No overreaction. Faith in the Lord. Don't dwell in the devil's distractions. The war has been. We'll take the fight to the bitter ends. Build up on love and the truth, making hearts transcend. This is the battlefield of hearts. The minds begin to take strong, rise, take courage, be a guide by our side. Go and light up these skies tonight. Don't let them steal up that joy from the chains in their lies, from the snares in their hate. Don't let them take peace. No, you rise up in that love that's in your hearts. For that Lord, decide on your own fate. The body's in a battlefield for that mind, for that fight, for the truth, for that coup, for that clout that's been out stout. It's taken out of you. Real fought to realign their own wills over your life. Be a poison of sleuth, of a madness, madman's design. But with God's will, His word will stand as one, ready to fight. This battlefield's on. When we're ready, son, we're ready to go. Rise me up, Lord, heart we're warriors, and this is your call to break up these chains, break these demons up, break these demons up, lift up the weak and stand up with the tall. The battlefield is ours when we're speaking for peace, release. We're fighting with that better light for the hearts and souls and minds, but it's been lopped off by their own design inside of this life's channeling work. Channel it with the power and might of the Lord, while these devils might scheme, come up in, they'll never win. Can we rise as one, cleanse the sin? Battlefields of hearts and minds and souls will attend. We're fighting with grace inside of our hearts, united inside of God's love space. This is an eternal embrace. Sun's supposed to hit hard, hit home, so we're going on in. This is a battlefield of hearts, breaking up minds, this kind of sin. This is a battlefield within, going all in, going all in. Hearts and minds, getting on the battlefield, just for our life, going all in, making it happen now, going all in. This is the battlefield of hearts and minds, fighting grace to cleanse sin. This battlefield of hearts and minds, cleanse kind of place, break up these chains, these demonic ways, lift up the weak and stand tall, their faith on the Lord. For them sleazy games, this one's for all the pain, the lies and deceit. They play them games while we standing up on our feet. We're trying to rise through all the grime, all the crime. But we call it what it is. True bombs dropping, ain't no sparing biz. Trying to get them hearts knocking, talking. They out here to kill out people's dreams, live out their schemes, turning your whole love's
to identity theft, the worst kind you could ever make. Stealing right clue, clear through inside of the crime. He's hijacked my identity, my peace of mind. Now trapped and blind, data being lost off, cursed off, the friction's tossed. As them financials dropped off, them smile in your face, the manipulation's dead, buried in the deep, the battlefield is mine. Forgot it came armor, wrapped around every single heartbeat, so I won't let my soul sleep. I found that door, when I'm climbing up to the top, you sink to the floor. Rest in peace, bitch. Be easy on the lies that you swore to. Rest in pits. Be easy inside of the games that you always knew. Rest in peace, bitch. Be easy. This is the end of the kind of rain. Rest in peace, bitch. Be easy. Ain't no encore. You sleazy. You were a devil in disguise. Calling covert ops. Poison in your eyes. While you well up with the whole world of crimes. Drip, drip, drip inside of my life. Thought you could thrive inside of the chaos and you'd ensue inside of my mind. But it's time for me to calm that storm. Calm that storm that you've been creating. And nah, she ain't a queen. She's just a ticking time bomb, it seems. She ain't a queen, nah. Every word you spoke was dipped in deceit. Tried to knock me off my balance, thinking you had me defeated. But I caught on real quick, getting flipped up in the script. See you sifting up in that shadows, while my blessings getting drip, 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 drip dry. You broke up them hearts and minds, living for that kind of life, that kind of strife. Left them alone with dirt, 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 dirt. Now your whole empire's crumbling up. Can't escape that hurt worse. Leaves you all lost off in a curse. You can see that you played with fire. Now it's burning and you slow. Your desires, that sleazy kind of energy. Got nowhere else to go. So they withdraw. They minimize. They deflect, a ghost. So rest in peace, rest in peace, bitch. Be easy in them lies, them kind of crimes that you took inside of my life. Rest in peace, bitch. Be easy. Now the tables have turned, and that truth left in sight. What's done in the dark of the night, the saddles come to light. Thought you win, thought you caged at sin. Leave me in an asphyxiated body where I couldn't win. Thought you'd run
fake. The grid never quits, never sleeps. So don't let your soul shake or break. To be stripped bare, for your whole name's sake. Stand firm within the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord. I can see through, clear through them lies, subtracted and subdued, distracted. Minds cracked, minds flanked, hijacked. They're trying to live off grid, hacked up ways, cut back with fractions. They distracting the whole crime, but they stacking. The Lord's got my back, keeping me on guard, on point in my soul. Shadow breeds pain, but I'm lit with that goal. They threw up in their duress, seen every single point and every single last part of it. 2020 is hindsight, ripped up at the seams, but I'm sewing them up tight, while they play up that friendly type side, trying to dim up what's bright in you. It's a crime of conspiracy when they stole up my life, my data, my privacy, and mine, left me up in the dust, pointing fingers at me, while they rot in their cages, I sin and rust. They came for that kind of crown, that throne ain't theirs. I'm calling them down now. Cause this ain't for the scared, this ain't for the faint-hearted here, hijacked up inside of their minds, not letting that faith steer away. Don't shake, don't break, the grid never quits. Don't sleep, it may let your souls fly free. Don't break. Don't tamp out your dreams, man. Rise through the pain, from ashes like a phoenix in the night. Keep plot, keep jumping up, keep stepping up. When battlefields is tough, it sets you up for jump. Plot for your downfall, smile in your face and building that wall. Monsters in the skies, working in the down and out of you. Friendly types in your face, stacking up the tracks. Life's being robbed, you're being hijacked. An identity theft of a kind of crime, being taken out of your mind. Designed, poisoned up real thick, unimaginable kind of crimes. I hold this kind of design, no matter the times, to shake up the weak, strip reality. Not gonna leave you blind, I'm rooted in this design, firm in my mind, scripted in the mind, spirit on the Lord, spirit on the Lord, searches for his face and stand floored, for when power grits home, and the Lord's voice is loud, seeing clear through that light, you rise, his power in your tower, his power is there, we're a tower, no more standing up in these chains, breaking their grasp, the holy blood in my veins, breaking their grasp, with this holy blood in my veins. This healing work in design, being hacked up and misaligned, breaking chains, demonic ways, cutting ties. Clack barrel, that mind's cracked, and the spirits cry, yearn for more, lessons learned, tables have turned, dust to ashes, burning bridges, climbing up them hills, where them spirits burned. Lord, we thank you, stitch by stitch, for every blessing up in this mix. From the gutter to the heights, grant us that power, O Lord. Keep us lit, uplift, born in the
just go back to sleep. When they dressed up in smiles, their fangs sinking deep, words dripping like honey, but they poisoned up in their veins, playing word salad within everything that you keep. Your heart feels on them strings, chains on repeat, ripping all up in your complete life, ripping all up in complete. A game that's been rigged from the jump, countless ends hacked and decimated. Truth unfolds, some shadows creep, spirits wide awake, never sleep, steadily climbing mountains so steep, so to keep waters in so deep. You're up and over your head, man, in the ways that you think. We're doing our heart's parts, our art's parts. You told me to sit down, don't speak, stay in your lane. But my soul's been living through that kind of freight train. Can't be contained, them truths unfold, them shadows creep, them spirits stand wide awake, never ready to sleep or expire, retire, steadily climbing mountains so steep. Them stoles keep up in steady waters, treading, thanking the Lord for everything here, no fear. Inside of our eyes, the compromised parts inside of our eyes, it's been on fire, on point, being stripped from you, being stripped to the bare bones, get rid of you, through them chains, them hope ignites in a storm of pains, yearn for peace, breaking them chains, your soul's release, like a freight train that can't be contained. The ghost system, they hacked up hope from the hearts and their minds, the darkest parts of them arts. This is warfare, smoke screen, playing on lies, contraband, counterfeit, smoke and mirrors trying to tear you apart, see through in them cracks, and the truth gets lost, selling your dreams, them pays the cost, prayed on my knees, and tears hit the dirt, begged up for that shield, the weight of the kind of heart, offer me up, Lord, oh Lord, burned by the lies we stand, I'm so bruised inside, battered, can't take, understands, hollow voices, whispering the doubts and the pains, every single way, like being poisoned all of the time, as if you're supposed to go and just slap off and die, thanking the Lord for all that He gives, every single breath, every single life that we have to live in us.
It'd be nice if I could just break free from this somehow. Just get out of that frame of mind. Just want to breathe in the air out here. Not be like designed for this whole kind of shit show in my life. Staged up, set up. I mean, this motherfucker came in so quick just to fucking be a dick all over my life and shit. You're an asshole, G. I don't care what anyone says. You're a fucking asshole, G. Anyone that could do that to their own friend is just a fucking asshole. So, we're speaking on peace. Kind of hard to speak on peace when a man's taking it there. And I mean truly sick levels deep.
So I guess we're going all in on this one, breaking chains and hearts and men, storms would come, but this won't end. Demons fight, but we ascend to the light where the love transcends. Thanking Lord for every test and trial, through the struggles we are blessed. In His arms we'll find that rest, spirits to yearn for what's best in our lives. Demonic whispers in the views of their minds, cutting the deep hearts, the darkest parts. They wanted to drip you dry, drag you down below, to the depths where the secret's gonna show. The shadows heart of a warrior, repping with the Lord's name. Jesus Christ, breaking these chains, hearts and minds to mend and tame the strain, kinda angry pain, storms that come, but this won't see the end. Prayer warriors for the fight of the day, we ascend to that love that transcends. For the Lord, thanking every single test and trial that's meant to bring us down for more. Up and torn, sweeping up in His arms to find ourselves rest. Spirits that we yearn for its best. So we invest in ourselves, in our chest's plate. Invest in every single way. Rhymes that prayer and a hymn, carving out that truth through the chaos with the pad and pen. Call me cray cray, 'cause behind the scenes of the facade, I'm moving with the armor of faith and grace of God. Shattered, minds scattered, walking right through hell. But each scar, there's a story I need to tell. I stand up and gasp with the broken and the bruised, for the hurt and the lost and the confused, the ones that they've used. Rise up and fight, spirits sing, hearts don't bend. Up in their wings, don't be locked up and broken through the dead of the night, through the dark that they wanted to bring into your life. A reckoning sleuth of an abuse that was set upon you, light to dawn. The chalk will cling, the truth will cling to the Lord, for that battle's been won. But this war has just begun, and the spirits yearn for the better days, the brighter sighs, the better skies, the brighter suns, every single earth race. Rise up and fight. Rise up and fight for the better days of your lives. I can see the wickedest schemes, the games they play, every calculated move that they made. Got my eyes on their flames. They think they win in some kind of enterprise over my life. Think again. They think they've won that war. They don't even know what war's the cost. Every single soul that's been tossed, lost, up and confused. The truth has been stuck up in the booth. The battle that they lost. For every single tear that I shed, died for, cross, bloodshed. There's a flood of grace for every stolen moment, every sacredest of spaces. I'm building the bridges that they burn between people, not walls. It's our vision, brick by brick, reclaiming what they took from it. Every single part of it I spit. As a lyricist, fire burns in the heart that returns. Them hearts work, spirits teach and them spirits learn from the ashes when life's adjourned. Rise anew, love is the concern. Thank the Lord for each and every breath He gave, through the valleys thick down low, through the depths of the spirits that yearn for more, without regret. Faith persists where the hope connects. Two hearts connect, try to crush me down, but I didn't see, couldn't see the roots running so deep. Ancient inside of my life, thick, hijacked and misaligned. Hijacked and misaligned. All of the time trying to crush my mind, my spirit thick. They didn't see it. My roots ran just as deep as that ancient tree. Stood up for Lord, storms that shake. You can't uproot that root inside that ground faith that I built. From the soil that grow within, the kind of seed that I plant faith. Each and every single verse that I spit rearranges that kind of game. The sage, the music, mission, to create, to wake up the masses, and plant them righteous seeds. Hearts will shake up in the beats, the streets, spirits you'll need. Victory is won. Spirits yearn for more. Thy day will be done. A brighter world beneath, hiding underneath the barren sun. Wake up the masses. Every rhyme's a prayer, every beat's a hymn. Carving out that chaos, the pad and the pen. So you can see clear through with that armor within. The Spirit of God. Staying in the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord for more. Rise and fight. Spirits sing, hearts broken, find their wings. Through the dawn of the dark. Don't detest your will. Reckoning sleuth of an abuse will still come like demons in the dead of the night. Up in that dawn, fight. Truth will cling. Thank the Lord for every single thing. Battles been fought and wars begun. Spirits yearn for brighter suns. Spirits been overrun. Coming undone. Rigged up in a game from jump. Rigged up in a game from jump. They came for more in your life. As the truth unfolds, shadows creep, spirits stay wide awake. Two, three, four. In the loom of the cosmos design, threads collide, stitched in that scarlet scope where the secrets hide. Planets spin, trees. He creates in the textiles of galaxies. Sown in the skies, nebulous bloom. As his promise flies eternally, woven with that kind of care, woven in the fabric that's always been there. God's in the design, sown with the skies, frozen eternally, woven with that kind of love, care, fabric in there, cut from cut cloth, textiles of galaxies, radiant, true, the forever kind of blue. Every single strand of every single story, and the scar that tells a clue. Up in them skies, them stars roar, auroras, and them galaxies below, and the threads that ignites the loom of the fire in the darkest of nights. Every tear's just drop, die, turns of pain into dyed skies. Tears in the fabric, galaxies collide, but I'm stitched back together. I'm alive. Through them static and the noise, you hear the crystal call. Zion's voice, my heart, standing it up tall. Crashing of the cosmos, silent, breaking apart. So me up, threads from the stars, hyperdrive, human, weightless, now free. Colors exploding, eternity's the key. Light years of pain, in a moment's erased. Every single part of my heart claims its single place. Oh, I was falling so hard. The loom that felt forever. Will it ever end? Now I'm feeling the rush of them skies' designs, healing up my horrid souls, realign, hyperdrive, hyperplating over my whole life, design, healing up the tapestries, glowing up what's mine. I'm woven in that kind of light, pray, singing, great is my roar, my holy king. Feel that fire and starting again, and exceeding the guidance from everything. I'm more than a human, I'm more than just that man. The common man, hyperpop visions inside of my heart's awake. For heaven's sake, I'm alive. This writer works hard, sprinting through them glitches, pixels in the words that we spit, wrestling to find the words to surface. But I'm breaking them chains, flipping the scripts on a system that's been dicked, rewriting that G code, that heart's been flipped, so weaponized, so I'm staying steadily loaded, locked in, ready to let it flex all over these streets, speaking for peace. Energies collide, explosions in my chest, draws back when it tests, they're released. Love's battlefield, I've been fighting within that mission, them bullets steadily aimed and sprayed at my chest plate. Them demons lurking in the background, trying to drop in them backdrops and move around them goalposts, staying plots on in them lolos now. Standers all be down to them grinds and them lolos, be going all in now. Hot and heavy up in this kind of war shit, cutting through that noise, the surgical blades like a lyricist, hyper pop with the mission, flipping every single rhyme like the Bible's been written inside of our hearts and minds, just as we've asked for when we've needed the Holy Lord to align. Holy King of Kings, Holy Zion, Jesus Christ of Nazareth be, the real feelings ring true, fast inside of that lightning that gets sharper than a sniper with his own depraved ways. Now this energy bar has been on the battlefield, I came to win. Its graven images have been decades on this hyper-pop mission, flipping every single rhyme. The Bible's been written inside. We put into overdrive in this hyper-pop mission. Lifted up, getting ready to go. Wetted up in these fires, getting scared by these scarred up designs scattered all over the place, leaving them shrapnels and hearts, pounding out parts. Hearts wide, it starts in the new flux. That's a real mission, the movement true. Each syllable seared with the truth that's ensued inside of the art's work. Them hearts works design. This is another beat inside of our heart speaks. Realign the spirit of the Lord. Fast-paced chaos, but I'm feeling aligned. Chaos, lost and left for dead. Edited up, wetted it up in them cups, getting more drums, rhythm on the sign, set knocked up in them speakers all of the time. You can feel it real, raw appeal when them hearts get steadily capped up within the blight of what somebody else wants to steal up on you, leaving you to feel real senseless and blue inside of your own deal. Dripping it in like a faucet now, the flow's too rare, it hurts, too raw to touch. Inside of the pain's too raw, too real, to pain too much. Feel that texture of the words, getting nitty and gritty where the words won't bleak. Don't speak for them hearts speak, don't speak unless you're speaking for peace, for real. Cause love's been a labyrinth out here, and I'm love lost inside of a love's lost matrix, where it's just a word being breadcrumbed for me to find and reach for in its inner purpose, leaving them trials and tribulations in place, leaving me lost off and dead in the haze. They tricked up, they slipped up, their minds in the phase. They'll leave you spinning on them tracks for hours, man. Getting wetted up, now you flooded the whole war zone. It's time to shine, to break the dawns, turn the drought into streams. This is my throne now, coming in, romance in the party to say, but keeping it real in the raw, untamed, through the tribal works of our hearts work, so primal instincts to work, don't jerk, can't be contained. Feel the energies inside of your own veins. When there's holy matrimony, you can feel it on that grind, never being set up to resign. Locked, dead, out of your mind, inside of that grind, that rhythm and rhyme. You can't feel transcending in space and time. The new translation set minds into motion. From the storms raging, I'm putting a potion up in the ocean. Smooth like lotion, I'm forced to wave after wave.